So before I go on to the stratagems, and the synergies, how do? I'm going to do a quick unboxing and build of a Tyranid unit that I think is one of the most unsung heroes of the Tyranid codex, and capable of helping you win a game, or at least controlling the board, especially with their point scoring. Now, after doing that, I'm going to do a detailed review of their datasheet and go through all the ways you can use them. I'd like you to comment below the time in the video when you realise what this model was. Nope, not these. This. Let's have a quick look what's in here. This is going to be a big clue. A bit of fine cast, which is never a joy. 3 mini sprues. Quite a small base, I'd say about 40mm. Now let's build it and see if you recognise it. And here it is, all built. No! Here it is. It's the little old Lictor. So well done to those who recognised it straight away from the box and the building. And now I'm going to go into the deep dive on its stats. As a basic stat line, you wouldn't say the Lictor was going to win you a game with its melee or ranged profile, but it is a great utility unit. And by that I mean it's going to cause trouble to your army, pick up points from secondaries, so it's going to be using deep strike ability, it's going to be screening deep strike, it is strong enough to take out a few units. The primary stats of note is that it's a 37 point infantry single model unit. Now that is very powerful. Anytime you've got a single model unit, you're basically forcing your opponent to allocate attacks to that to take it out, so it's going to cause some inefficiencies in shooting. Then because it's an infantry model, it's got obsec and it can perform actions, which is the key part of the Lictor. It can move 9, which is actually really fast, and it's got a 2+ weapon skill, strength 6. So when it is engaging in melee, it's actually going to cause some trouble. And on toughness 3 units, it's going to be wounding on 2s. The armor save is not much to write home about, it's only 5+, but it does have 4 wounds, which means it won't be that easy to kill. And there is ability with a chameleonic skin where it gets an extra +1 to its armor save. In terms of attacks, it's got a short ranged, essentially super pistol, which lets it shoot in and out of combat, which can be useful. And then the melee is very similar to a Gene Stealer. So you're probably going to choose the Rending Claws because of their extra AP on a 6+. But if you're wanting to deal 2 damage, then you've got the Grasping Talons. Now only doing 3 attacks means it's not actually going to kill that much, but you could potentially surprise a character, take out a few guard. In terms of its abilities, I've already mentioned the chameleonic skin, which gives it a +1 to its armor save. It has lost the -1 to hit, that's only a Death Leap that's got that, but it can innately deep strike, which is really useful. It's called the Hidden Hunter ability, and the particularly interesting bit about this is when it does come in from deep strike, it can reroll charges. So before I go on to the stratagems and the synergies, the main use for a Lictor is to get secondary points. You can easily get engaged on all fronts, retrieve Octarius data. You can certainly hound units that are on a battlefield objective and steal it off them because it has got a little bit of melee punch. And for 37 points, it's definitely going to pay for itself in whatever it delivers in the game. Look at a few of the stratagems that work particularly well with Lictors or are Lictor specific. You've got Surprise Ambush for 1 CP. Lets you add 1 to the charge roll, and it means you cannot overwatch it. Pheromone Trail for 1 CP means that you can bring other reinforcements in within 6 inches of the Lictor rather than having to deploy off a table edge. Invisible Hunter for 1 CP lets you fall back, shoot and charge. Feeder Tendrils for 1 CP allows you to gain a CP for killing a character. Looking at the different high fleets you can take with it, Jormungandr means that it auto triggers the chameleonic skin ability, so it always has a +1 to its save. I hope you like this type of video and watch this one next.